And back to our top story, the Lagos State government has released the white paper on the Endsars panel report. The white paper released moments ago is coming 2 weeks after the judicial panel of inquiry submitted its report to the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Now let's join our correspondent Tokunbo Oyetunji for details. Tokunbo, good to see you. You've been following this definitely all day since the governor announced that that white paper would be released tonight. First off, a peep into the decisions of the Lagos State government. What did the government accept? What did the state government reject? And what were they silent on?
Good evening, Ngozi. Thank you very much for joining me here in Lagos. It's you're right. The much expected white paper has just been released by the Lagos State government. I just laid my hands on the report a few minutes ago, and I flipping through it, I see that the 32 recommendations made by the panel, the Lagos State government agreed with some of the recommendations and they disagreed with a few of them. Let me, if you permit me, just in a few seconds, I will give you some of the recommendations that the state government actually put out in the report. If you see this document that I'm holding with me, that is the white paper that we all have been waiting for, and I will read through a few of the recommendations and what form the observations of the state government on some of those recommendations. I'll start with the first recommendation made by the panel, which is that I'll read now. The panel, having found that the entire police force as first responders did not have adequate facilities, manpower, experience, and training to prepare them for such civil and orderly protests as happened at the Lekki toll gate on October 2020, recommend as follows: that the police should be adequately funded, that the police should be effectively trained, the provision of requisite equipment and equipment, the recommendation of a better and more harmonized communication system with all security apparatus. And I'll just quickly give you the comment, which is which shows whether or not the state government agrees with that recommendation. The comment goes thus: Lagos State government knows this recommendation and will forward it to the federal government of Nigeria and other necessary agencies. The Lagos State government has supported and will continue to support the Lagos Command of the Nigeria Police through the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. Recommendation number 2, the panel recommends disciplinary actions to the following officers: Lieutenant Colonel S.O. Bello and Major General Godwin Umelo, who refused to honor the summons of the panel in order to frustrate the investigation. And this is how the Lagos State government reacted to that. Lagos State government notes and will forward this recommendation to the federal government of Nigeria, National Economic Council, and Nigerian Army for their consideration. Number 3 recommendation by the panel: all officers, excluding Major General Omata and men of the Nigerian Army that were deployed to the Lekki toll gate in October 2020, should be made to face appropriate disciplinary action, stripped of their status, and dismissed as they are not fit and proper to serve in any public or security service of the nation. This is how the Lagos State government reacted to that. Nigerian Army is an organization that has its own disciplinary procedures and processes as set down by law, over which Lagos State government has no control. Nevertheless, Lagos State government will forward this recommendation to appropriate authorities for their consideration and action. Flipping through again, you could see some other recommendations of the panel, which and the reactions of the government, including that the panel recommends that all those arrested in the course of the protest should be granted bail, prosecuted for any offense that may be alleged against them, or when no prima facie evidence of culpability is disclosed upon the investigation, they should be released forthwith. The comment is this: the issue of granting of bail is a matter within the exclusive reserve of the judiciary. Lagos State government, however, knows this recommendation. So this is neither here nor there. The state government has just pushed this recommendation to the judiciary arm of the government. Another recommendation goes thus: the panel recommends that the Nigeria army be discouraged in intervening in internal security. Lagos State and this is the way Lagos State government reacted to it. Lagos State government observed that Section 2172C of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended states that the armed forces may intervene to suppress insurrection and also to assist civil authorities to restore lawful order, which are clearly broken down in Lagos between 19th to 21st October 2020. See evidence of Brigadier A.I. Taiwo on page 35, Mr. Amulu on line of service, and and so on. Then another recommendation, which is recommendation number 6, does the panel, having found that the use of social media played significant roles in escalating the crisis and appeals for restraint in spreading unverified pieces of information to the general public? The government, in reaction, seems to agree with that and says this recommendation, it agrees with this recommendation and notes that the, excuse me, the president at LTG on 20th October 2020 was exacerbated by indiscriminate dissemination of unverified accounts of events of the day. Lagos State government will therefore launch a campaign to sensitize the public on the use of social media and the inherent dangers in its abuse.
All right, Tokunbo, before I let you go, do you get a sense that the Lagos State government may just find a way to absolve itself of, much responsibility in this 32 recommendations? What do you personally think about that report, the white paper?
Well, what we are, it's still very, like I told you, I'm just laying my hands on the report, but based on a few of those points that I've read out to you and what the reactions of the Lagos State government, what the reactions have been to these recommendations, you could see that the government is not totally accepting the fact that there was, in fact, there's a particular point in the report, where the panel observed that the state government tried to cover up the incident of that night, October 2020. The Lagos State government actually disagrees with that, and it does not accept that there was any cover up, and it equally said that if it was attempting to cover up anything, it wouldn't have given the panel the kind of free hand it was given to actually do its job without any interference, as admitted by the panel itself. So it will appear that while the state government agrees with some of the recommendations of the panel, it frowns at some other ones, especially the one that has to do with covering up the incident of that night.
Tokunbo, has the Lagos State government reacted or responded to the rejection of the invitation, if you like, of some actors, entertainers, and some other people, of course, including the Commissioner of Police of Lagos State, Hakeem Odumosu? Some comedians, of course, we spoke with Mr. Macaroni earlier, who has rejected outright that invitation to walk for peace. What's the reaction?
We're yet to actually get anything formal from the state government as regards the reaction of the leaders of the protesting youth, the Endsars protesters, who, like you rightly said, some of them have said they are not going to be any part of a proposed peace walk being pushed by the Lagos State governor to, as it were, try to bring them together and see how they can reconcile and probably move beyond especially with the controversies that have been thrown up since the panel made these recommendations some 2 weeks ago. So I think for now, the officials of the government, like I saw at Alausa, the seat of state government this evening when I went to pick up this report, are still very busy trying to work on this paper, and maybe in a few hours, as the night dissolves into day tomorrow, there will be more reactions coming from either the governor himself or some of his aides who will be talking to us about what they feel about the rejection of the proposal by the government on the the peace work.
All right, Tokunbo Oyetunji there for us. Thank you so much. Of course, from what we have here, the government has accepted 11, rejected 1, and accepted 6 with modifications.